It's as if it's luck, pure luck for us to be able to see the cherry blossoms because we never know when it's going to rain. So if you want to see the cherry blossoms, don't say tomorrow. Don't say I'm going to go outside later tonight and see them. You need to go out and see them as soon as possible. Yo, what's going on? This is Francois Mark, your favorite American expat living in Seoul, South Korea. This is spring, this is March. This is the last day of March. And the cherry blossoms, the magnolias, all of the spring flowers are in full bloom. So we're looking for the best place to check out the cherry blossoms without a large crowd here in Seoul. Wow, okay, looks like we found one of the best places. This is Annyeongcheon, and this place is located near my neighborhood actually. Look at all the cherry blossoms. Just wow. Look at that. Cherry blossoms go all the way down as far as the eye can see. Yo, the weather isn't the best. I mean, the sun is out and the cherry blossoms are in bloom, but there's a lot of fine dust in the air. Like a lot. So some people are outside with their masks on. But yo, this is like the second time I've been here to Annyeongcheon to see the cherry blossoms, and it's just amazing every single time. I'm amazed. Every time I come here, I'm amazed at just how these flowers make me feel. Like I can have the worst day, relatively speaking. As soon as I come here, like during the cherry blossom season, and I just take a look at all of the flowers, man, I'm instantly in a good mood. Yo, this road reminds me of when I went to Gyeongju last year to take videos and photos of the cherry blossom. I would have known that there was a road like this in Seoul. I probably would not have gone to Gyeongju. Still, it's so fun to see everyone outside. Like, even the elderly are out walking. So fun. Look at them. Got these gazebos people are sitting inside of. So cool. Oh, this is a nice photo opportunity here, especially over there. Yo, these people have the same idea as me. Like, get in the center of the street, take photos before the cars come. See, this is why you need a spotter as a photographer. Oh, that's so cool. Just this whole street is cool. I mean, I don't know if you can see it because the highlights are so bright, but all of the white on the ceiling of the sky is the cherry blossoms. Okay, I just left the area of Annyeongcheon and now I'm walking around Dorimcheon. So around my neighborhood there are two streams that connect to the Han River, and this is where like all of the nice cherry blossoms are. But now I'm going to walk down one street going directly to my house, and I remember last year the whole street was just full of cherry blossoms. So let's check and see if it's the same this year. In Korea, there's always a place to lounge about, to just be outside and chill. So this area here is an atrium outside of a very big metro station called Sindorim. Sindorim is one stop away from my home station, which is Yeongdeunpo. So sometimes there are performances here like during St. Patrick's Day or any other days that have big events. But yeah, there's always a place in Korea to hang outside. That's why I love this country. I feel so bad for the magnolias. Like the cherry blossoms always get so much attention during the spring, and no one ever posts videos or photos of just the magnolias. So I'm I'm very sorry for them. Okay, this is the other side of Shindorim, the station that's one stop away from this station where I live. And as you can see, there are tons of cherry blossom trees around here as well. Like, so many cherry blossom trees. Like, yeah, I didn't even have to leave Seoul in order to see the cherry blossoms. Last year, I took a trip all the way to Gyeongju. And even though the trip was really nice because I went with my friend Yoon, it was just because I thought I couldn't see really good cherry blossoms here in Seoul. But as you can see, there are so many nice cherry blossom trees. Okay, so check this out. The tickets to Gyeongju were about 40,000 won, so like $40. And that's one way. So we paid like 80,000 won, $80 basically to get to Gyeongju and back to Seoul. And I mean, the cherry blossoms in Gyeongju were really nice. I'll link the video. I mean, the quality is kind of the same as it is here in Seoul. These cherry blossoms are just as good. Not only were they just as good, or are they just as good, it's free. Okay, now we're gonna see if the cherry blossoms down the street where I live are just as good as I remember that they were. And if so, if they're just as good as I remember, then there's actually no reason for you to travel to another place in Korea to see the cherry blossoms, unless you just want the experience of traveling to another place and seeing like what the other place has to offer. Okay, yep, I remember correctly. These cherry blossoms are just as good as the ones I saw in Gyeongju. I mean, like, look at the street, like all the way down the street. You can see the cherry blossoms are lining the sides of the road. This is probably the best in Seoul tour that you can do of cherry blossoms for free. Just walking around people's neighborhoods. Like, every neighborhood in Seoul has a park, or they have like foliage in the, I guess, like garden areas of the apartments. So you can see cherry blossoms and other flowers blooming when it's the season for them to do so. Just amazing. Over here, how it just lines the street going down that way. They got a new Baskin Robbins here near the station. Kind of makes me want to get ice cream when I get home. No, it doesn't make me want to. I'm just gonna get ice cream when I get home. Okay, it's gonna be a Baskin Robbins kind of day. Oh, and the cherry blossoms are already starting to fall. So it means that peak season is almost over. So if you want to get outside and see the cherry blossoms, you probably need to do them or get out as soon as possible, because they're already on the ground. Okay, one thing you need to know about cherry blossoms is that as soon as the first rain comes, the cherry blossoms are gone. It's as if it's luck, pure luck for us to be able to see the cherry blossoms, because we never know when it's going to rain. So if you want to see the cherry blossoms, don't say tomorrow. Don't say I'm going to go outside later tonight and see them. You need to go out and see them as soon as possible, because we never know when it's gonna rain. This apartment building is where I wanted to move to, but it's definitely out of my price range. But it looks so picturesque with the cherry blossoms lining the street. Yeah, I actually never heard of cherry blossoms until I came to Korea. I never knew what they were when I was in the United States. When I lived in the States, I watched a cartoon, a Japanese animation called Sakura Wars or Sakura Wars. And I just recently discovered Sakura is cherry blossoms. So I knew what cherry blossoms were, but I didn't know that I knew what cherry blossoms were, if you understand what I mean. Yep, check that out down there. It's a random apartment complex, a random neighborhood. There are cherry blossoms all down that street. So as I said before, another reason why I like Korea is that around neighborhoods, there's always a park, there's always foliage, there's always a place outside where people can go enjoy fresh air without having to worry about traveling very far, or if someone is going to come out of the dark and mug them or not. There we go. Some better looking magnolias. See, I'm giving them some attention. The attention they deserve. Okay guys, thanks a lot for joining me in this video. It was a treat to be able to go down Anyangchan, Dorimchan, and the street down my neighborhood that leads directly to my home to see all the cherry blossoms, and we could see them all for free. It was a very wonderful experience to know that we could stay in Seoul and not have to travel so far away from the city in order to see these very illustrious, magnificent flowers. Thanks for joining me. I hope to see you in the next one. Remember to stay hydrated, get your exercise in. I love you always, and I hope to see you in the next one. Take care. Peace.